road ahead is uncertain, but the end is clear.
We are better defended.
Against whom?
Whomever may dare to challenge us.
The threat of war looms. The gods have yet to make a man who lacks the patience for absolute power, Your Grace.
What was your most remarkable and most challenging day on set? This could be you can give like a description or an outline of a scene without giving too much away.
What was yours? One of them, where there is a battle. Shooting that was challenging because wearing all of the armour and running along this beach that they created and smoke and extras everywhere swinging at you and all that, that was quite challenging for me, I think, because after every take I was just like, I didn't know how to sit down. That's one that comes to mind. What about you?
I think that for me the physically challenging was the dragon riding, because it was obviously not like, it wasn't a real dragon, but it was still, they're pouring smoke and wind in your face, and you're on this thing moving, all strapped in, and it's quite. I don't know what the others would say, but anyway, I was certainly feeling my age, and I felt very, very saddle sore the next day. So that was... Yeah. But actually that wasn't... I think some of the more physically challenging ones are those days where you're actually not required to do very much, but you have to be there all the time and present. I mean, and that was, for me, quite a lot of the time.
Oh, actually, you know what was good? What was the first thing that we ever did? It was a scene that Eve and I did together. It was the first thing that was shot for the whole thing. Can't really say what happened in the scene because it's a spoiler, but it was just the two of us, and it was a very emotional, because a lot of stuff happening under the surface on that one. That was,
It was tough, but it was fun.
It was great fun. Oh my God, yeah. When I keep telling this story, but when I went home that evening, I actually said, "Thank God for Eve Best."
Oh,
no, I actually did. Yeah.
So sweet.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, so many.
I mean, there's so many. I think one of the most memorable days is the first day of the tournament.
I was going to say the tournament
because it was like the first time we'd all done something as like a group. I think it was like still a few weeks in, like really early. Yeah. It felt like a weird school trip or like a family day out.
Yeah, it did.
It was amazing.
It was raining the whole time.
It was freezing. We had so much fun.
Bill's costume.
No one figured out that Bill's costume was the same like fabric as the seat he was sat on.
They made it print.
Like the exact same bit of material. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
And on the flip side, what was the most challenging day on set?
There's so many. I think this job pushed us, especially as new young actors, to complete extremes.
Yeah, as young women, we were just kind of thrown into a completely different world and set of responsibilities. And I know that me and Emily both really wanted to take advantage of this experience, and it was quite challenging staying away from home a lot. So.
Yeah, we both went through like
it was just like
major
ups and downs, major life changes to both of us.
Every day was a challenging day on set.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know. What do you think, Matt? What was your take?
I thought you were pretty remarkable at the old at the dinner, without giving too much away, at the dinner table.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was a good day at the office for you, mate. I thought
a good 10 days.
Yeah. God. I don't know.
Yeah. I think, there's too many. We had so many great scenes together. I always enjoyed our scenes.
Yes.
Because we always just pushed it a little bit further. And some interesting stuff came out of it that wasn't on the page. Like the confrontation we have a few episodes in, and that was not on the page.
I've not seen that yet.
No, I've only seen a glimpse of it in that.
ADR?
What they showed us in LA, they showed a trailer of the rest of the season.
Yes, and, yes, there's a little tiny bit of it, isn't there?
Yeah.
I think in Cornwall, I mean, because you got to go everywhere else and I didn't,
when we're in Cornwall, we're all you see all the characters, and we're just stood very symbolically on the edge of this cliff. And that was amazing. We're all in the garb and we're just looking around, and it did feel really cinematic.
Yeah, sometimes you visit locations that just do all the work for you.
Yeah.
And like on the flip side, what was one of the most challenging days on set?
All the other ones? I don't know. I think broadly, like, one of the challenges of a series like this is it does require stamina because it's a long shooting process and the days are long and the material is, rich and heavy and
I mean, we had a 5 or 6 day scrap, and on the last day we were just manic hysteria. We're supposed to be having a fight and we're just crying and laughing in each other's faces.
Every fantasy writer, one of the basic questions you have to settle when you start out writing your books is how are you going to handle magic, sorcery, the fantasy elements. You see a lot of people writing in secondary world universes that are very high magic. It's something that anybody can learn and anybody can do. I can make it, you can make it, you have the recipe, it all comes out right. To my mind, that took the magic out of magic. In magic, it's not just the recipe or the words of the spell, it's who you are, who's doing it, and what are you feeling when you're doing it. The Velaryons, while practicing their blood magic and their fire magic, noticed that it didn't matter whether you pronounced the words of the spell right, whether you made the correct sacrifice to the correct god. All of that may have had some importance. But one of the big things was who you are and what was your relation, particularly to the dragons. What are the dragons like? They're flying beasts. They have to have very large wings and a relatively slender serpentine body, a long tail, a long neck, 2 legs, 2 wings in front. They're made to fly and to strike at their prey from the air. But then there's the fire issue. So many people associate dragons with breathing fire. Leaving that out would just feel wrong. They are creatures of fire. They breathe fire. Fire doesn't harm them as easily as it would us. And there's something very magical about the fire.